My husband is sexually attracted to men, but isn't gay.
I get a lot of, quote, lavender marriage. They're married so they can pretend to be straight.
My mom had texted me and she was like, you need to dump him. Are you gonna do regular or graphic?
I'm probably gonna do graphic, but it depends on how quickly I can do it. My name is Grxdience.
And my name is Shay. My husband is sexually attracted to men, but isn't gay.
People judge me for being married to a woman just because I dress a little bit feminine sometimes.
We first met back when I was 17. He was 18. We ended up working at the same job.
I thought it was love at first sight for sure. For some reason, I just kept looking over and seeing her.
Yeah, I definitely, when our manager walked him over to me, I was like, yeah, this is it. We've been together since 2019. When I first met Grxdience, I thought he was definitely one of the most interesting people that I've seen. My town doesn't really have many alternative people, so he was very exciting and everything. But yeah, he was great.
I would say my personal style is very alternative. I wear a lot of dark makeup while she wears a lot of light makeup. I love wearing makeup, but people often assume that I'm gay because of it.
You're not gonna mention the giant colored mohawk that you had in all of high school?
Yeah, I did have a giant colored mohawk. All of high school, all of middle school, all of elementary school. I think I was expressing my true self. I believe that I was being truthful at the time, and I think I'm being just as truthful now. When I'm asked about my sexuality, I say that I identify as bisexual. It's plain and simple. I always knew that I had the same attraction towards men and women. I'm more romantically attracted to women. I lean towards women romantically, but I have been romantically attracted to men before. So what do you want to wear today?
Up to you. We share jewelry pretty often. I think except for earrings, we have slightly different tastes. I'm definitely a crystal girl, and he is definitely more
spikes and studs. All right. So we got a bunch of different styles, a bunch of different hoops, a bunch of different colors, but I usually end up going for spikes and studs because they're usually pretty easy to go in. Cool. I would say doing our nails is a fantastic bonding opportunity. I mean, there's not really much to do except for sit here, so it's a lot of conversations that we're having. I didn't really do too much of it in public until I was closer to high school, though. By the time I was out of high school, I was doing everything, so that's just how the cookie crumbled.
My family, when they first met him, was definitely surprised and everything by how he dressed. They were not used to it at all. We're a very typical Italian family, so I feel like we all kind of dress the same, look the same and everything. So he was definitely a big shock for them. The nails were something they definitely were like, oh, is he trying to hide something? So this photo is me and Gray going to a Halloween thing at my school. It was my mom taking us, and she wanted to meet this guy that I was so in love with, and he decided to show off his eyeliner skills by drawing tattoos all over his face, including a 23 on his forehead. And my mom had texted me and she was like, you need to dump him. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, Shay, I will not have my grandbabies coming out with numbers 1, 2, and 3 on their head. And I was like, I do not know what you're talking about, Mom. What are you talking about? And she sent me this photo.
She thought the tattoos were real.
She was so stressed out. So what were you looking for?
I was just hoping for some pictures for the Instagram.
Let me know what you think.
A lot. People are gonna say that's AI, it's a little bit too pretty. Definitely liking this one the most with your hand out like that. I like the perspective of it all, I suppose.
I like your facial features too. What are you gonna caption it?
People love it, they eat it up.
We've gotten DMs and stuff, both him and I, where they've been like, it's so great to see my relationship, the same dynamic and stuff. Thank you so much. I definitely get a little mouthy with comments. Guilty. Not as often, I've gotten better.
A lot of people didn't understand. It was a lot of confusion, which, people who are confused are often people who are judgmental or the loudest. The confused people are the loudest oftentimes as well.
But at the same time, I can't really help with people's confusion on my own relationship. They're not in it, and I don't want them to be.
Does he have fake nails? I don't have fake nails. I was just hoping she was gonna be cute. Okay, well, you were hoping correctly. She is cute. What the heck? Can somebody please explain his nails? Why? Why does anybody have to explain my nails? Negative comments. Of course, negative. They don't ever make anybody feel good, that's for sure. But we do our best to just let it roll off our back as much as possible.
Well, in person, we get a lot of assumptions that we aren't a couple, which is really frustrating. We have been married, I think 8 months. We got married September 2024. So our wedding was one of my favorite things ever.
Well, I sure hope so. I personally get a lot of, quote, lavender marriage in my comment section online. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term lavender marriage. They're referring to someone who is in a marriage, but only to pretend that they're not gay. That's what people are trying to say. They're married so they can pretend to be straight. That's not the case. It's just not.
This is my bridal shower, another thing that he came to. I feel like everybody was also surprised, and I was like, I don't know why all the wedding.
I was there for every step of the way.
Yeah.
Every step of the way.
For the women, but always a cute, fun time. I just feel like, how can you look at us and be like, no?
Yeah, how could you look at these pictures and say, no, they're not together? It's not possible. Absolutely, yeah.
Going on vacations, we've gotten hotel rooms, and I feel like people assume we need 2 rooms. I feel like
We're 2 beds in one apartment, or 1 room. It's kind of like a 50-50 on whether or not people think that we're a couple or not.
today my friend Madison is coming over. She's one of my closest friends. She's had some similar situations in some relationships that she's had, so I know that she really understands our judgment.
Hi, how are you? I met Shay first. We started working together about 2 years ago. Gray also works with us, and we became fast friends very quickly. They handle themselves very well. They don't let the outside negativity get to them, so I definitely would like to talk to them about how they are able to handle that and stay so strong despite everything. So I saw your guys' video, my For You page.
The hate comments.
Yeah, I try not to read them because as your friend, I get really upset when I see it, but I feel like you guys always handle yourself really well. You're both really strong, but how do you deal with that?
I feel like, I don't know, it's been a little bit rough. I feel like we got on the wrong side all of a sudden, and it's been a little bit more heavy. Like I had to turn comments off on a video.
Do you think it still gets to you guys?
The first few comments, obviously, it's a little bit surprising and like, what the heck are you talking
Yeah,
about? But,
I
like,
can imagine.
I feel like he's a totally different experience than me. I feel like with like all the wedding stuff, like it was such a good day and everything for me. And then like all the negativity on that about it like being fake and stuff. Like this is the happiest time of my life. Like I'm finally married and you guys are like calling it fake and stuff.
Literally, I mean, you guys are like the best of friends. You guys support each other. I don't understand it. So when we met, you guys were already together, what, like 3-4 years? What was the reaction like from your family or other friends?
My friends were very, very used to me dating people who were entirely different from Shay, even though she's more traditional. I used to have more of a grungy taste in people, but obviously things have changed. I mean, I found the perfect one for me, so that's how that goes. My friends didn't exactly like Shay at the time, but that is what it is. It's not their life, it's not their relationship.
Definitely, we were not our normal types. It was definitely a surprise for everybody. Some discomfort with his family and everything. So I feel like you've been there through the more serious part, especially being engaged and stuff. I feel like they were taking it more seriously and expressing their opinions more than just like, oh wait, like this isn't just like a crush. So I know we've kind of talked about like your similar experience. I know we haven't like gone too far into like your past stuff. Like what do you think about that relationship that was similar to ours and everything?
I used to be in a relationship similar to Gray and Shay. I feel that people are very quick to judge someone in their relationship based on what they see on the outside, based on, let's say, their appearance, how they present themselves, their style, the things that they're into.
So, what do you think it is about our relationship that makes us work?
Well, obviously getting to know you guys and spending a lot of time with you guys, I just feel it's very evident how much you love each other. You bring out the best in each other.
I love everything about Shay.
I love how he makes me laugh. He always is a jokester. He is able to bring me down and calm me down in a way that I don't think anybody else has.
I love how caring Shay is, and she's always on top of things for me. If I'm ever falling back, she's picking me up, and vice versa. We're able to have each other's backs. To people who judge our relationship, I would definitely say move on. There's no reason to be sitting here looking at us. Put some more energy into your own life, and then you might not be sitting here talking trash about strangers.